legal? P plus 2 means we are adding some constant value with a pointer variable. Is it legal or it will illegal?
Yes, sir, valid.
Yes, this is
Yes, sir.
valid because
Sir,
we have already seen P plus I in the last class. P plus I, if P is a pointer and I is some integer value, then it will be converted to like this. So this is valid. I into size of data type. Remember this. This is pointer arithmetic, and we have already seen this. We have already seen this in this statement. So this is pointer arithmetic. So we can add some constant value, and similarly we can subtract some constant value. So these two are illegal. Now this one, is this legal? Is it having any meaning? No, it don't have any meaning. So this one again illegal. Now these two things are very important. This one and this one. What is the meaning of this? There we are checking the relation of two address. And here, what is the meaning of this? This is actually subtraction of two address. Now see, from mathematically, I can say this is equivalent to P minus Q greater than 0. Am I right? Mathematically, if I write P greater than Q, then we can write this also. P minus Q means this is an equation. I am taking this in this side, so it will come as minus, and then I am checking this. Correct? So what about these two statements? And if they are valid, what is the meaning of this two? Please. Are they legal or illegal? Anyone, please. Raj. Pritish.
sir, I think, sir, they are legal, sir.
Why?
Sir, because sir, one is representing the relation, sir, of relation operator. So, sir, I think it can be used to compare the addresses of two pointers, sir.
Exactly. Means which one is after and which one is before, to check that thing. So if
Yes,
this one is possible, if this one is legal, then obviously we can write this also. So obviously this one also legal. We can compare or we can check the relation between two pointer variables. And what is the meaning of that? Which one is before and which one is after? So that's why relation operator is applicable in case of pointer variables. But the question is, what is the meaning of this P minus Q? If I only write P minus Q without relational operator, then what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is how many, if this P and Q are integer, see I have already declared P and Q as integer, so I can write how many integer variables are there in between P and Q. Am I clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? Suppose this is one array. Suppose this is one array. P is pointing at the start of the array and Q is pointing at the end of the array. If we perform P minus Q, it can give you answer in negative or positive. It depends. Negative or positive, it depends. If means which one is before and which one is after. According to that, it will be negative or positive. But the real value that it will give, that is nothing but the number of elements in between this P and Q. Suppose there are 5 elements. There are 5 elements in an array. So suppose this is the base address 100. I have stored the base address in P. So that's why P is pointing to the first element. Okay, logic clear? So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have stored the last element address, which is 108, in another variable, which is Q. It means Q is pointing to what? To the last element. So if we perform P minus Q, it will give me, it will be converted like this: P minus Q divided by size of data type. Size of data type. It will be converted to this statement. Now then, P minus Q is 100 minus 108 divided by size of data type. It is integer, so size of data type is 2. So now it will give you minus 8 by 2. So minus 4. This negative value is coming. Why? Because it is before or after. Depending on that, this negative value is coming. Okay? But this 4 means there are 4 elements in between these two addresses. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 elements in between these two addresses. That is the meaning of this P minus Q. So that's why this P minus Q operation is legal. It is meaningful. But other arithmetic operations like P plus Q, P divided by Q, P into Q, those having no meaning. They are illegal, error. Okay, logic clear? So that's why pointer, so you can easily understood that pointer arithmetic is totally different from normal arithmetic. And compiler has to maintain this, have to check this. That's why we have to declare a pointer variable with some different notation. What is the notation? Type then star. Whenever we are declaring a pointer variable, we are not only using the type, we are also using the star. That is the important of declaring a pointer variable separately, because the pointer arithmetic is totally different from normal arithmetic. In normal arithmetic, you can write all these statements. All these statements are legal. But in case of pointer arithmetic, this few statements, only these 2 statements are legal. Otherwise, other statements are not legal. So that's why. Now, suppose instead of writing this, if I write, suppose I am writing P into Q. Suppose instead of writing this, if I write star P into star Q, is it legal or illegal? Please tell me.
Sir, legal.
Yes, this is legal because star P in star Q means value at this address, value at this address. It means this is X into Y. So it becomes normal variables. That's why this is legal. This is okay. Because star P is not address, it is value at the address. Okay. Now, so you have to remember this pointer arithmetic. When you are going to discuss the pointer, you have to remember that these things are legal and what is the meaning of these things. Okay. Similarly, try to understand this thing also. Suppose there is one variable X, normal variable, and the address of the variable is, say, alpha. I have declared one pointer variable P. I have stored the address of X into P. Whenever I will store the address, P will point to X. Okay. And suppose the address of this P variable is beta. Now I have declared another variable Q. And I have stored the address of P into Q. It means when I am storing the address of P into Q, Q is pointing to P. Let the address of this Q is, say, gamma. I have declared another variable m, and I have stored the address of q into m. Whenever I will put the address of q into m will point to q. Let the address of this one is, say, this one. We can do this. This is legal. In case of pointer arithmetic, this is legal. Now the question is how to declare them. Suppose they all are integer. They all are integer, means x is integer. So it is obvious that how to declare x. Okay, the value is 5. Let the value is 5. Now how to declare p? The declaration of p is this. Now, what is the declaration of q? Please, anyone. What is the declaration of q? Please.
Sir, in star q.
The declaration of q, yes, correct, star q. And what is the declaration of m? Obviously, int star m. Now the question is, why in this pointer it is 1 star, why in this pointer it is 2 star, why in this pointer it is 3 star? Why I have to use this? You can normally say that x is normal variable. I am storing the address of normal variable, that's why p is single star. Then I am storing the address of one pointer variable, so that's why it becomes double star. Then I am storing the address of one pointer to pointer variable, so it becomes triple star. But what is the meaning? Why I am declaring 3 star, 2 star, 1 star? Why? Any guess? Or if you know, then please tell me. Any guess why? Why I have to use for this normal pointer 1 star, this is a pointer to pointer 2 star, this is pointer to pointer to pointer, so 3 star. Why? Any idea?
Sir, is it in C we can define pointers into inside a pointer?
No. See, what is our main motto for pointer? The main motto of pointer is I have to access one such variable which is having some value. Actually, I need to access this one. I need to access this one. This is my motto. Whatever address I am storing, whatever variable I am using, my main motto is to access this one. Correct? Now, try to understand how to access this using p. If I take star in both sides, I will get star p equal to x. Correct? So it means if I want to access x using p, then I have to use star p. Done. Now the next q equation. How the q equation look like? It will look like this. Am I clear? Is it clear now? To store the address of p into q, I will write it like this. If I take star in both sides, what I will get? I will get p. But what is our motto? Our motto is to access x. So now what is p? P is, we already know, ampersand x. So you have to again apply another star in both sides. So it becomes star q equal to star of ampersand x. So it becomes now x. See, if I want to access x using q, then I need to apply star q to access x. If I want to access x using p, I need to apply star p to get x. Similarly for m, I hope you can easily understood what should be the steps. So in m, I have stored the address of q. So if I apply star in both sides, I will get only q. Now what is Q? Q is ampersand P. So star M equal to ampersand P. Again I need to apply star, so I will get star star M equal to P. Now what is P? P is ampersand X. So star star M equal to ampersand X equal to, again I have to apply another star. So ultimately I will get X. So to access X using M, I have to apply 3 star. Logic clear? Now the question is, for M, if I write star M, what I will get? In case of M, if I print star M, what I will get? I have already shown you through the equations. Star M is equal to ampersand P, the address of P. So the value of this is beta. What is the value of M? If I print only M, M is ampersand Q. So address of Q, that is gamma. If I write star star M, so this is star star M, means ampersand X, address of X. So it will print value alpha. Logic clear? Why I have to declare double star Q? Why I have to declare triple star M? Why I have to use single star P? Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this things is very important in case of pointer. In your in objective question, in company questions, they may ask this type of question. So you have to just draw the picture, because there you cannot run it. So you have to draw the picture, and from that picture you have to perfectly calculate what is the meaning of this. What is the meaning of double star P? What is the meaning of triple star P? There may be, they may give something like this. Suppose it is given like this, star P plus plus. Now what is the meaning of this? Or plus plus star P. What is the meaning of this? So these things you have to understand. I will discuss about this, no problem. So these things you have to understand. If you don't understand what is star M, then how you will understand plus plus? So suppose it is written like this, plus plus star M, then again star. What is the meaning of this? They will ask. This type of equation, they may ask, what is the meaning of this? What you will get finally? So you have to think it properly. You have to draw the picture. You have to know the precedence of operator. You have to know the associativity of operator. Everything you have to know. Otherwise, you cannot solve these problems. Okay. So let us now move to our previous days. One interesting problem that I always want to discuss, that is, what is the meaning of AI? First, what is the meaning of ampersand AI? The meaning of ampersand AI is, in case of array, considering A is one integer array of say size 5. What is the meaning of this? This is, we generally called it ith element of array A. Okay. Now we already know this is the address of the ith element. This is the address of the ith element. So how we will calculate the address? We already know. The first you have to write the base address, and we know that array name is the base address. Array name is the base address plus then I into size of integer here, according to, because it is integer array. And from pointer arithmetic, since this is one address, so this is nothing but a pointer. This is what? This is nothing but a pointer. So according to pointer arithmetic, we can say this is equivalent to A plus I. Okay. So What is the meaning of ampersand AI? The meaning of ampersand AI is A plus I, which is also equal to this. Finally, it will be converted to this. According to which? According to pointer arithmetic. According to pointer arithmetic. Because in case of pointer arithmetic, if we add any integer value with an address, it will be modified like this. Okay. Now, if I take star in both sides, if I take star in both sides, what will happen? If I take star in both sides. Now, this is what first I have taken the reference, then dereference, or the similarity log anti-log. So ultimately, we will get A of I. So it means A of I is equivalent to star A plus I. That's very important. And remember, when you are writing in this form in your program, ultimately compiler will convert it into this statement. Compiler will convert it, will convert. So it means if you write it directly in this statement, then you will save some time for the compiler. Am I clear? If you write in this form in array, then compiler has to convert it into this. So if you write it directly in this form, then it will save some time for the compiler. Okay. Now, if I write this, then you can say I can write this also. There is no problem. And if this is equivalent to this, then obviously this is equivalent to this. So from this, what I can get? I can get IA. So from this simple statement or simple equation, I have proved that A of I is equal to I of A. But there is one array with some elements. Suppose 3-element array, integer array. I have declared int A with 3 elements. The values are suppose 11 to 35. These are the values. So there is 11 to 35, 0, 1, 2. Okay. So there is one array like A. So what is this? Ith element of array A. But there is no array like I. So it should be called as 8th element of array I. But is there any array I? No. Array is the I is the index value. It means in normal case A of 1 or 0, suppose 0, I can write this also. This is true. This is not wrong. This is correct. Nothing wrong with this statement. You can check it. If there is one array you have declared, instead of writing this, you can write this also. Why? Because ultimately compiler will convert it into this star 0 plus A, which is equivalent to star A plus 0. Is it clear? So that's why from this you can also say, or I can justify my statement that there is nothing like array. So what is array? Array is a collection of memory location. That's why we are able to write this. That's why I can write this too. Otherwise it is not possible. It becomes illegal. You can check it. You can check it by writing a simple program, int main, so integer A, suppose 3 values I have declared 11 to 35. Okay, then I have taken one I index variable, then a for loop, I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, printf, new line, then %d with a comma, %d, comma, %d, comma, %d. I'm writing 4 statements. And what are the values I am printing? I am printing A of I, second one star A plus I. Next one star I plus A. Next one I of A. If you print this, you will get the output like this: 11 comma 11 comma 11 comma 11, because all these four statements are equivalent. Ultimately this will convert it to this will convert it to this. Okay, next line 2 2 2 2, next line 35 35 35 35. From this output you can understood that this thing is correct. There is nothing wrong with this thing. Okay, now if it is, so if it is 1D array, this is okay. 1D array, A of I means star A plus I. Now try to understand if it is a 2D array. So in case of 2D array, it will be written like this: A of I J, correct? Now how to convert it? How it will be converted to pointer? See, we have already seen in 2D array, it is stored as, ultimately it is stored as 1D array, correct? Although it is 2D array, but it will be stored in 1D array like this. Okay, like this. It means, that's why it is called array of arrays. Array of arrays. Okay. Now if this is A, this is 0, 1, 2. There is again 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay. So A of I, what is the meaning of A of I? A of I means the row. Okay. So this one is A of 0. This one is A of 1. This one is A of 2. Okay. So this A of I is representing the different row. And then this different row itself is one element. So what is this? This is, if this one, suppose this one is one array and the name is X, then this one is X0. Correct? What is this one? This one X1. And what is X? X is this one. So this becomes, X0 becomes A0, 0. X1 means A0, 1. Okay. Now, if I convert it into pointer, how it will be converted? See, this is one address. A of I is ultimately one address. So A of I, one address of row, plus J star. Am I clear? Is it clear? See, if this is one address, if I considered A of I as X, then it is nothing but Xj. How to convert it into pointer? Star X plus J, correct? From 1D array, A of I is star A plus I. I have already shown you. I have already proved this. So what is X of J? Star X plus J. What is X? X is A of I. So this is star A of I plus J. Am I clear? Is it clear? Any query? Any problem with this? It's okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is A of I? It is again one array. So if I break A of I, it will look like this: star A plus I, then plus J, and then one star outside. See, you are getting the double star. Why? Because this is itself one address, one element. The element itself is an array. This element itself is an array. So the name of the element is what? Array name is address. So this is address. This is again address. This is again address. And it's this address having different elements. So that's why it is pointer to pointer. It becomes pointer to pointer. So if you convert a 2D array into pointer representation, it becomes like this. Remember this. Why double star is coming in case of 2D array. Okay. So with this, I am ending today's class because I want to discuss another thing, and that is string. But I will not be cover the whole string thing. So I will discuss the string in next class, that is on Saturday. Okay, Saturday from 11 na? 11টা থেকে না Saturday?
Yes, sir.
ওকে, তাহলে ওই দিনকে 11টা থেকে আমি স্ট্রিংটা বোঝাবো। স্ট্রিং মানে array of characters, then the relation with string and pointer. Okay. Okay, চলো।
স্যার
হ্যাঁ বলো।
স্যার এই প্রবলেম সলভ করার জন্য স্যার মানে কোনো স্যার ভালো বুক মানে সিএস প্রোগ্রাম বা সি প্লাস প্লাস এর জন্য?
আচ্ছা, আমি কিছু প্রবলেম তোমাদের দিয়ে দেবো, ঠিক আছে? একটা পিডিএফ করে আমি দিয়ে দেবো, ঠিক আছে? দিয়ে দেবো। ওকে।